Hey everyone, it is Evan here from the Trade Risk on Wednesday, December 12th. We are intraday right now, and this is our weekly trade ideas video where we bring you some of the names on our watch list, stocks that are acting well, showing some good relative strength, not yet too extended in their moves, and with a goal of being overall still actionable. So as always, these videos are powered by our partners over at Investors Business Daily. We are curating ideas based on their stock lists. You can get access to their stock lists with a link in the description of this video. So we have 5 names to go through today. They're all on the long side, of course, because that is what we do here. We only present individual long ideas for you in these videos. And as always, we should consult with the broad market and make sure that these fit in the context of what the market is doing. We did our midweek recap yesterday's video, so we're not going to go through the market environment in this video. You can watch yesterday's video on our YouTube channel or on our blog to hear more about that. But let's kick things off here with INVA. This comes from IBD's list. This is a smaller cap biotech name, so a little more risk appetite here, and it's a name that has pretty much ignored this recent correction here in the market. It has basically, rallied approximately 30% in the month of November to where it is right now, and you can see it's trading just under its 52-week highs, and it is consolidating at its 52-week highs. So we have a kind of a series of higher lows, lower highs being put in right now, volumes drying up over the past week or so. So it'll be interesting to see if this resolves itself into a continuation pattern. MACD just made new momentum highs on this latest run. It's cooling off right now, so name that's not ready just yet, but certainly one that is of interest and should be one that we can watch for a breakout above, say $18, or for you pessimists, you may want to be looking at that breakdown below 17. So that is INVA. Next up is UBNT. This one here, I don't think is a new name. We've talked about this in the past, not last week, but probably as it was consolidating it here before. This one is starting to move here today, trying to get that breakout. If we zoom out here, it's been in a strong trend all year from under $60 or right around $60, $70 where it started the year. It's up around 114, so a nice healthy gain, good relative strength. It just put in about a month-long base and it's trying to resolve higher here today, so one that is of interest here as a market leader going forward. Next up, HZNP, also from IBD's list, giving you sort of a different look here. This is one that did suffer a bit more of a pullback, and it hasn't quite, fully regained itself just yet, but we have this nice kind of orderly channel that it's been down in here, maybe even a falling wedge, depending on how you want to look at it. But it's been pulling back and consolidating over this nice ramp it had at the end of October, early November. It popped up to about 23 and change. It's since pulled back to $20, sub $20, so about a 19% pullback. It's definitely a higher beta name, and you can see now it's trying to test this trend line that's been kind of holding it back or acting as resistance here as it's pulled back. So name that's pretty interesting. Zoom out here, it's had a great run for 2018. Be interesting. It's a higher beta name, so once this gets moving to a direction, this could continue in pretty fast manner. So one I think that would be pretty interesting for you pullback traders that are still looking for some actionable ideas. So next 2 come from our watch list. First is GHDX, and this is kind of a similar pattern here. It's in the healthcare space, one that has been making good strides this year. It started the year off around $33. It's over doubled over the course of 2018. It recently ran all the way up to $90, and it's pulled back into the 70s, finding some support, kind of putting in a retest of the lows back here on November 21st, right before Thanksgiving. And you can see again, we have kind of this trend line that isn't so steep here over the past week or so that it's been pulling back, and we have again this support that's trying to carve itself out right above $70. So $70 is kind of the floor here for this name. If it starts breaking below there, maybe it needs a whole second leg down, more of a corrective move down to the 60s. But if it can hold in above 70 and then start to do some work against this downtrend line and some of this supply in here around 76, I think it's an interesting name. GHDX, lots of volume coming in over this recent pullback here, so not ready yet. May not turn out to be a trigger here or any type of entry, but it's something to pay attention to. Last but not least is KDP. This is a consumer defensive name. Keurig here, Dr. Pepper, KDP, and you can see again this has had a pretty remarkable first or 2018. It traded down or opened up around $18 to start the year. In fact, actually, it was right down here in January around $15. So it's had a pretty sizable move here, especially for this size market cap and the space that it's in. It recently had this latest leg to new highs up around $28 over the course of early November, late October, and it's since pulled back. Look at all of the tails down here around or under this $26 area. So it's been selling off and finding buyers all in this $26 area. So I like that as a kind of upper level support here. If it can continue to find some support above this 26 area and then start to emerge and lift up, maybe this trend continues higher, maybe this turns into a nice higher low continuation base that this can rally from. Still on watch, not ready just yet, but it is notable and good relative strength here as of late. So those are the names there, 5 ideas for you. Hopefully they fit your strategy and time frame. Of course, do your own due diligence and homework. None of these are direct recommendations or are good ideas to run out and jump and buy today. They're simply names to keep on a watch list, stocks that are holding up well that might help break out and lead you to profits in the future. So that is it. Thanks so much as always for tuning in. I'll be back next Wednesday with another round of trade ideas.